What's up, old school homies? Today we're going to talk about largemouth bass fishing. This is an interesting subject because I actually pursued this as a hobby for probably 7 years, 4 to 7 years. I don't know. I don't know how long that hobby lasted, but I don't fish anymore. It's really weird. I have no desire to fish, and I used to think about fishing every day and think about designing different lures. And that's how I am. I get into a hobby and then I forget about it. Right now I'm struggling with rock collecting. Rock collecting is falling off really bad right now. And then let's leave that to another video. We'll go rock collecting, I promise. And people are urging me to go look for rocks. But largemouth bass fishing was basically, I think, started in the 70s. And I'll give you some history on it. We brought this up as a recreational sport. Now, it's very controversial now. That's why I don't even fish. It's so controversial as to if you can fish for sport and be a sportsman and just catch and release bass for fun. And I had one friend, every time he heard about me going fishing, he would ruin it. He'd call me and be like, you're a dick. And because he had a pet fish, like a fish like this big, a little guppy or something, I don't know, a puffer fish. And so I understood it. I have cats. I have a cat right here on my bed. I wouldn't want anybody strangling my cat, right? So the ethics eventually tilted in the way of the fish, and I don't know why. I think my friend really ruined it for me. Thanks, Scott. Motherfucker. It is a lot of fun to catch fish, you know? It adds to your primal side that we don't really get to explore anymore since the modern world really wants to turn us into a bunch of pansies. And it really gets you in tune with the difficulty of it. That's really the whole reason of it, if you didn't know. It's the challenge of fishing that makes you want to fish. I really love it when I fish all day and I can't catch a fish. I love that feeling. It just means that I wasn't good enough that day. And when you are good enough, that's when I started fishing in the winter. I don't fish during the spring when they all spawn and it's really easy to catch a big female on the shore. I don't fish during that time. And if I did, it was still pretty difficult to catch a fish, but you could. And especially since I was a shoreline fisherman. So we're going to go into a little bit of largemouth bass fishing and tell you more about it through a series of videos, because I do know pretty much everything there is to know about that. Like you could know. No, what I know is outdated now already, but the fishing world moves on and on. It's just trends. It's like clothing. So let's get into this.